I will always stand behind the premise that it is not the arrow, it is the Indian, meaning it doesn't matter what shoes you wear, what supplements you take, what little tiny nuanced things that you do to improve your vertical. At the end of the day, what matters is what are you doing to improve your physiology. That said, there are times when those little things can add a little bit of an increase to your performance and maybe are worth noting. Today, we are actually going to get into that and talk about supplements. But before we do that, my name is John Evans. I coach the highest jumper in the world. This is Isaiah Rivera. He has a 50.5-inch vertical leap. And this is Austin Burke. He has a 47-inch vertical leap off of 1 foot and is the first athlete that I've ever coached. Austin, do you want to give a shout out to our sponsors?
No, I think you should do it.
A huge shout out to our sponsors over there at THPstrength. If you're looking to jump higher and get more athletic, go to THPstrength.com. And if you're looking to maybe sign up,
Wait, whoa. You know what we should do?
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah, do you think we should give him a discount?
Yeah.
You want to give him a discount? All right. For limited time only, if you want to sign up, use the code THP at checkout for 10% off your first month. It's okay. She's not coming back. She never loved you. It's time to train.
Did you ever hear the 5 stages of loss?
Was it grief, anger, denial, THP?
Yeah, exactly. It's like where you try to replace the thing you lost.
You lost her, but you found us.
You found us, exactly.
Sign up, THP.
All right, so today's topic, like I said, is going to be supplements. And we're going to talk about the ones that we take, ones we think work, ones that scientifically maybe are worth taking. And so let's get into it. Isaiah, you can start first. What supplements do you take or have you taken that you feel help?
I take creatine. That one has always, I've always seen a noticeable performance improvement, specifically with my strength levels. And I don't cycle it. I just keep taking it the same amount. I've tried cycling it before. I don't really gain that much body weight. I gain like 1 or 2 pounds of body weight when I take it. But yeah, the performance increase outweighs that. And then I take protein powder and caffeine.
What type of protein?
Whey protein.
Isolate?
Yeah.
Whey isolate? How much
Yeah.
protein powder do you take a day?
30 grams. 30
After
grams.
workout?
Yeah. Post workout.
How many grams or milligrams of caffeine?
I
asked him
Do
how
I
much
wanna jump
protein,
high?
creatine, and other stuff he takes.
Do I
He didn't
want to
hear me.
jump higher or do I want to dunk well?
If you're trying to fly, both. Give me one of each.
If I'm trying to max out my vertical, I want to take as much as possible, get as close to a panic attack as I can. Usually that's like 250 milligrams. Haven't really played around with much higher than that. And then regular dunk session, if I want to have good dunk technique and hands and stuff like that, and sleep that night, probably around 100 milligrams.
Okay, nice. Any multivitamins? Dude, the big lizard's back. He's basically our mascot at this point.
Yeah.
He's always flexing on us too.
Name you Doug.
He's always basking.
Name him Doug. Call him. Hey, Doug.
What was the question you asked me? Any other? Oh, multivitamins?
Any multivitamins?
I go through periods where I take it, periods where I don't take multivitamins.
Okay. All right. Water supplements? Like
No.
pure. All right. All right. Austin, you?
Ibuprofen, is that a supplement?
No, that's a drug.
Drug?
You go
Is
first.
caffeine technically not a supplement then?
We'll call it a supplement. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So I'd say creatine HCl because whatever.
Lizard is.
Oh, I wonder if you guys can see it. It's so pretty.
there's no way they
I take creatine HCl, not monohydrate, because I don't like gaining weight. I take ashwagandha every day, men's multivitamin, gummy, of course, because real men take gummies. And I also take B12 and various supplements of that nature, just little stuff, D vitamin, B vitamin. I don't usually use whey protein unless I'm on the run. I try to get my protein from Whole Foods.
I forgot one.
Yes,
that I
master?
take. I also take lactate pills.
So he doesn't shit his brains out
Yeah.
when he eats or
His
drinks
whey
dairy.
protein. Yeah, I try not to have a protein shake unless I am on the run. But,
What do you mean on the run?
I have a
Oh,
limited
I thought you
time.
meant like you have the run. So I was
No.
like,
No, I just rather get
I'm
it from a Whole
tracking.
Food source. I feel a little bit better, more satiated, and I also, in terms of caffeine, I'm down to 2 cups of coffee a day. My tolerance is through the roof, like it is with most things. So, yeah, I probably get 200 milligrams a day. If I'm on the same path as Isaiah, where I don't overdo it on dunk days anymore because we just have panic attacks and miss every dunk and cry a bit. So
And then they get depressed.
we get really
I
sad.
have to deal with it.
Crash really hard.
We crash really hard.
There's
So
like no point trying to communicate with them
That's what I
afterwards. All right, so I take caffeine every day. So that is really just part of my routine. I like coffee a lot. Not necessarily the caffeine per se. I just like coffee. Helps me stay satiated for intermittent fasting, which is something else I do every single day, usually from 10 p.m. the night prior to about 5 p.m. the following day. But then in that 5-hour window, I absolutely gorge myself, which you can ask either of these two about because they've seen it numerous times. It is disturbing. You won't even see me eat my food because I inhale it. Outside of that, I sometimes take a multivitamin. I really supplement protein in the form of shakes. Like I'll get like a Fairlife, but I don't even take protein powder. And then outside of that, that's really it. So this really kind of segues into the next topic, which is what supplements are worth taking, maybe ways that I can improve my supplement regimen or ways that these two could. I think there are a lot of supplements that are actually maybe worth taking, but it's a matter of risk worth or cost benefit analysis, right? Like how much is it going to cost me versus how much am I going to get from it? At the end of the day, load management, good training, sleep, and eating whole foods, like Austin said, that's going to make up 98% of your progress. And it goes back to what I was saying. Like, it's not the arrow, it's the Indian. And people will often say that in terms of shoes. Like, I always tell that to Austin. I'm like, Austin, I don't care what shoes you wear. It's about how much force you put into the ground. And he's always like, but I feel more. And there is some truth to feeling more confident, feeling better. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your training. It comes down to you as a biological organism. Isaiah could do any of the dunks he wanted to, regardless of having those supplements. You know, I would pretty confident.
I could do them drunk.
You could do
a supplement?
That's not a supplement. But we can get into maybe alcohol and the impacts. I actually told Austin.
He prescribed me a
I
drink a day.
did tell him he could take in slightly more alcohol because alcohol increases your female sex hormones. So it improves your estrogen, progesterone, and increases those levels, which can help and are joint protective. Not that they necessarily make your joints feel better or perfect, but it does seemingly lubricate. Those hormones lubricate the joints.
I've been paid in free since, honestly.
He's been paid.
Which is kind of
That's horrible
ridiculous.
to say. But it does. I do think there's something to that. I've heard of people setting PRs the following day and jumping super well after going out a couple days prior. So even though, you know, if you're violently hungover and you're, you know, like
I don't do
really
that.
dehydrated, that's different. But if you're just, you know, more or less having a drink occasionally, sometimes it can be actually a little bit helpful, which maybe is one of the reasons why if you have a glass of wine occasionally or et cetera, like, it can be useful. If you're under the age of 21, though, don't do that in the United States. I don't know what it is in Europe. What is it, 18?
18.
All right, there you go. Anyways, so supplements we think are worth taking. We'll just go down the line. Each of us will say what we think is worth taking or what you would maybe add.
The only thing I would probably add is a multivitamin.
You want me to hold the mic? That's crazy. What am I, your servant? What am I doing, interviewing you from after the NBA Finals?
Sir,
Yes.
How was your performance?
How was your performance, sir?
Well, I haven't dunked yet, but we'll see.
Are you dunking it?
I'm expecting health.
Health.
Noted.
Not English. All right, so he's hungry. That's really what it comes down to.
He's really angry.
Which is not good, bro. You might as well just go inside and
Normally
eat
I
some
eat
cereal.
before this podcast.
Yeah, I know. I always try to tell him to eat before, but we had to pick up his car, so
I'm peeved off.
he's really peeved off. Anyways, so that said, I would probably take creatine. I would take a whey supplement, isolate probably every day. I typically periodize it, so I only take it on days where I have enough volume to justify taking it. I don't usually like to take enough protein where it would meet the daily recommendations. Typically, you want to try to get try to get 2 grams of protein per kilogram. So if I weigh 84 kilograms, then I need to get that times 2, which is 170, 100.
I don't know. Isn't it times 2.2 if you want to make it?
If you want to go as far, you go as high as 3 grams per kilogram. If you're trying to lose weight and lean up. Yep. 3 grams per kilogram, which is a shit ton of protein.
I get fat when I do that.
Yeah, but it really, calories also matter. So if you do that, you have to also make sure your caloric intake is appropriate. You can't just eat more protein and expect that to offset the calories that you also took in addition to taking in 100 grams more protein. That said, I would probably take a whey isolate because I do tend to get a little less protein than I need. Definitely on workout days, I would do that. I would take in 5 grams of creatine every single day.
What's that take? That's how much I take.
Yep, which is the recommendation. And like you said, there's research that demonstrates you don't need to load it or unload it. You could do that. There's a podcast that we talk about creatine with one of the experts in the field actually went to school with me. You can listen to that podcast. Brandon Jones talked about it, and he tells you how to load it and unload it if you're really trying to dial things in. But ultimately, it's probably better to just stay on a routine and take 5 grams every day of monohydrate creatine, so a powder. What source? Where do you use yours? Optimum Nutrition?
Yeah, Optimum Nutrition. I use the capsules because, like John said, what matters is that you're even in a habit of doing it. And the only way I can stay in a habit is if I take it every day and if it's in capsule form. As soon as I have to start shaking it and mixing it, I'd lose the habit.
If you're on HCL, only do, I think it's 3 to 4 grams.
Nice.
By the way, we're not doctors.
No,
We're not
definitely
doctors. We're not doctors.
Okay.
But,
This is not
but the
nutrition
research does indicate this helps for performance. That said, I would definitely do that. I would probably also take collagen. I think the recommendation is 15 grams of collagen. It's 5 grams of collagen, 5 to 10 grams of collagen 15 minutes before your tendon loading session with vitamin C. I would potentially do that one as well. I've done that in the past, but ultimately that didn't really help that much.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
I didn't notice any difference.
It's more about being consistent with the collagen.
Did you
as
notice
opposed
anything
to-
else?
No, I just noticed suspicious cars and I'm really paranoid.
This is the weirdest
Isaiah, would you like to
podcast
tell
ever.
the podcast what happened?
My car got stolen, and then I got it back.
There's a lot more to that story, but
It's basically, my car got stolen. They broke the window, reprogrammed the key, took it, and then the cops found it. They were in a high-speed chase. They found the guy with a helicopter.
and they got his car back.
Yeah.
Maybe
And-
we could turn the camera around and show him the broken window.
Yeah, maybe at the end of the podcast. Watch to the end of the video to see the broken
And
window.
now I'm a very paranoid person.
Yeah, and he's definitely moving.
You need
Make sure you
ashwagandha.
like, comment, and subscribe to get Isaiah out of this horrible, horrible neighborhood.
Sign up for THP so I can afford living in a different
I live in
neighborhood.
the same neighborhood. So
Get
Get
us
us
out
out
of
of here.
Get us out of the hood.
I live in Pine Hills.
get us all.
Help!
We all live in the hood.
It's really kind of unfortunate. Look up Pine Hills, and you'll maybe
To
see.
be
some-
fair, we didn't realize it was the hood.
we didn't know what we were doing. It was too late. Austin told me to live where I live.
I needed a place really quickly.
I was trying to help John
Austin's
find
the
a
one.
place
This is
quicker.
Austin's fault.
Listen.
You're the one who told me to live where I live. You selected this
I was at
neighborhood
that apartment
when you
once
were
or
18
twice,
or
and I thought it
19.
was a good area. I was there. I was a little lucid.
All right. Anyways, moving on. I would also maybe fish oil potentially. I think that one's probably worth taking. It's a good fat.
If you want raging hard-ons, take that fish oil.
Take fish oil if you want.
I actually don't take fish oil for that reason.
But fish oil, I think, is.
Wait, we should
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
them the
I know.
story. We were sponsored.
God.
we were
Hold the mic.
we were sponsored by a supplement company. And,
Legion supplements.
And they were having us take a supplement stack, and part of it was an inordinate amount of fish oil. And one day, we're on a call. This is 2020. It was like 4 of us, 5 of us, and then I was like, "Guys, I've been having raging hard-ons. Everyone, like, they're not going down." And then everybody was like, "Yo, me too."
Yeah,
And it was the fish oil.
It was very concerning.
it was. I'm still questionable about their supplements. I think they added something else. We also took their multivitamin. Had a bunch of shit in it. It was like 8 pills a day.
To be fair, it might have been something else.
It could have
Aside
been
from
the
the fish oil.
supplements.
Yeah.
Like the multivitamin, sorry. Because
Yeah.
there was like ashwagandha root, which boosts testosterone. There was like a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
Their supplements are really expensive. And at the time, our guy Hunter was like, let's try to pair with them. And we were trying to do affiliate stuff. I hated it. I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to push
Imagine their
products
sales just go up by like
by us talking about it. Yeah, our penis is going to be hard. Our athletes are going to be dunking with hard-ons, pitching tents.
It was bad.
It was not
bad.
good.
It was really weird.
Like it hurt. It was that level of bad.
Maybe I should get back on. My sex drive has dropped. Oh, I should say this. I also do take anxiety medication. That's for different reasons. I am clinically diagnosed with OCD, so I have to manage that
You're a
oftentimes.
freak. No, but
Fucking weird. You freak. No, I mean, it's like I just obsess over things, like jumping. It's made me a great coach, but it's also when an
please
act
don't
goes in-
cancel me. I am. Mental health issues are a very serious problem.
First time we talk about a sensitive subject, you freak. You're depressed. Depression doesn't exist. If you're Andrew Tate, it doesn't. But yeah, so I do take that. That does actually impact me probably more than anything else. Way more than any supplement. My sleep patterns can get a little bit weird. And is it Fresh
Dang it.
Kitchen?
No.
Isaiah's waiting for his Fresh Kitchen. That will also, it does decrease your sex drive quite a bit. It decreases your excitement, meaning like in life you don't have the adrenaline buildup, which is good. If you have anxiety, it drops that off and you learn to, you still have anxiety, but you learn to deal with it. And then it also can affect my dunking, my training, motivation, just a little bit, just enough that it drops off enough that I get low back fat. And Austin, as a white guy, can also attest to having low
back fat. It's always the back fat too, because you look in the mirror, you're like, damn, I'm ripped. And then
Except you look at your low back.
Then you watch a video of you running in slow mo to go after a lob, and you're just jiggling, and you look kind of like a cardboard box,
like
and
a
you're like,
45-year-old dad who like cuts the grass on the weekends with a shirt off.
like.
Isaiah just giggles because he's like,
Isaiah's
I
like,
don't
I
have
don't have
that
that issue at all.
Anyways,
I mean, what is it? Oh, my supplements: creatine,
Throw my fat in my ass.
whey protein, if.
as fat. Oh wait, there was one other I was gonna say that I probably would consider taking: chondroitin, MSM, and chondroitin, MSM.
This immediately.
No.
I'm like delusional.
Chondroitin, MSM, and there's another one. I forget what it's called. It's a joint supplement.
Speaking gibberish.
No, those are real supplements.
You want to take Kachubadun, Paman,
I'm gonna find it right now. Ashwagandha root. Ashwagandha root is potentially good. There's a lot
Raging
of
hard
things,
on.
There's a lot of things you can take that are beneficial and do help, but you don't necessarily have to take them. It's just that the ones I do think are like not required, but I absolutely would recommend: multivitamin, protein, creatine. We know those are basically no-brainers. Outside of that, fish oil, additive, chondroitin, MSM, additive. Any others that we can think of are just additive?
I would say.
BCAAs do nothing. I wouldn't take
Go for
that.
it.
So, what's that?
No, I was just
1
saying,
+ 1 is additive.
So smart, this guy. I'm so glad that I
This is
mentored you to get to
controversial.
this level.
This is controversial, but I recommend ashwagandha.
I think ashwagandha, there's some evidence that it's...
But I cycle it because I'm scared.
Really?
I do 3 weeks at a time.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca? No, I am not recommending ayahuasca.
What? Anyways, anything else you guys can think of off the top of our heads? We didn't write these down.
Sunlight.
so-
Get some sunlight.
Vitamin D. Yeah, vitamin D is actually, that might be good. Get the D. You make sure you got lots of
grounding.
D.
Okay, we're not. What is this? A spiritual?
What did you say, grounding?
Let's blow some hot in our noses.
What is that? All right. Anyways,
I'm so sorry.
thanks for watching the podcast, guys.
John hates us.
I hate them right now. Yeah, they were late. They were late. He's delusional because he hasn't eaten, and now they're talking about
Grounding is when you stand on dirt with your bare feet.
Hape is when they blow tobacco smoke up your nose after blessing it, and then you
Don't do either of that. That should
Cough it
that's very woo woo. Anyways,
I'm actually another disclaimer. I'm not woo at all. This is strictly jokes.
strictly jokes. Thanks for watching, guys.
between.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have questions about supplements or some.
Oh wait, let me show them the broken window.
Oh yeah, Isaiah's gonna show you the broken window.
Just turn
Go to
into a vlog.
THPstrength.com and sign up for coaching.
If you
and
still
this
want to sign
is
up,
the
use the
broken
discount.
window.
All-star credibility.
How about that? What do we got? Oh yeah, there's a broken window. Yeah. And that's it. See you guys.